Yo, what's up, world? It's Hassan Minhaj, and we gotta talk about AI. This isn't just some tech buzzword or a plot device in your favorite sci-fi movie. It's real, it's here, and it's transforming our world in ways we couldn't have imagined just a few years ago. Artificial intelligence. It's not just sci-fi anymore, folks. We're living in an era where AI is becoming an integral part of our daily lives. From the way we communicate to how we work, AI is making its presence felt everywhere. It's here, it's learning, and it's changing everything. Think about it. AI systems are now capable of learning from vast amounts of data, making decisions, and even improving themselves over time. It's like having a super smart assistant that never sleeps and is always getting better. We're talking self-driving cars that can navigate through traffic better than most humans, algorithms predicting your every move based on your online behavior, and even robots writing scripts, hopefully better than this one. Am I right? The possibilities are endless, and we're just scratching the surface. But here's the thing. AI is a tool. Like any tool, its impact depends on how we use it. In the right hands, AI can be a force for good, revolutionizing industries and improving lives. It can be used for good, like diagnosing diseases with incredible accuracy or fighting climate change by predicting environmental patterns. Imagine a world where doctors can catch diseases early, saving countless lives, or where we can better understand and combat the effects of global warming. But it can also be used for not so good, like, building Skynet and having robots enslave humanity. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but the point is, there are risks involved. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. The potential for misuse is real, and we need to be aware of it. Whether it's privacy concerns, job displacement, or even ethical dilemmas, there are serious issues that need to be addressed. The potential for both progress and peril is huge. We stand at a crossroads where the decisions we make today will shape the future of AI and, by extension, the future of humanity. This isn't just about some fancy new gadgets, it's about the fundamental changes that AI is bringing to our society. From smart homes that anticipate our needs to advanced robotics that can perform complex tasks, the technology is evolving rapidly. It's about the future of humanity, and we need to be paying attention. Like, right now. We need to have conversations about the ethical implications, the societal impacts, and the regulations that should be in place to ensure that AI benefits everyone. So buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get real. We're on the brink of a technological revolution, and it's going to be a wild ride. The question is, are we ready for it? We're diving deep into the world of AI, and trust me, it's going to be a wild ride. From exploring the latest advancements to understanding the challenges ahead, we're in for an exciting journey. So stay tuned, because the future is now, and it's powered by AI. Alright, let's get philosophical for a second. Have you ever just sat down and wondered about the nature of intelligence? I mean, really thought about it. It's one of those questions that can keep you up at night, staring at the ceiling, pondering the mysteries of the universe. When we talk about AI, we're talking about machines that can learn and think for themselves. These aren't just simple calculators or basic software programs. We're talking about systems that can adapt, evolve, and maybe even surprise us with their capabilities. And that raises some pretty big questions, right? Questions that go beyond just technology and touch on the very essence of what it means to be human. Are we on the brink of creating something that could surpass us in every way? And if so, what does that mean for our future? Like, what does it even mean to be intelligent? Is it the ability to solve complex problems, to create art, to feel emotions? Or is it something more, something deeper that we haven't even begun to understand? Philosophers have debated this for centuries, and now, with AI, we're adding a whole new layer to the conversation. Are we just fancy computers ourselves? Think about it. Our brains are incredibly complex networks of neurons, firing off electrical signals, processing information at lightning speed. In many ways, we operate like highly advanced biological machines. So, if we can create artificial systems that mimic this process, are they any less alive than we are? And if we do create machines smarter than us, what happens then? Do we become obsolete, like old software that gets replaced by a newer, better version? Or do we find a way to coexist, to integrate these new intelligences into our society in a way that benefits everyone? Will they be benevolent overlords guiding humanity to a brighter future? Imagine a world where AI helps us solve our biggest problems, from climate change to disease. A world where machines and humans work together in harmony, each complementing the other's strengths. Or will they be like, peace out, humans, and turn the planet into a giant paperclip factory? It's a funny thought, but it's also a cautionary tale. The idea that an AI could take a simple directive and run with it to the extreme without understanding the broader context or the consequences of its actions. Look, I don't have all the answers, okay? I'm just a comedian with a microphone and a healthy dose of existential dread. But these are the kinds of questions that keep me up at night. And I think they should keep you up too, at least a little bit. Because these aren't just theoretical musings. The decisions we make today about AI will have real, tangible impacts on our future. It's not just about creating cool new gadgets or making our lives a little more convenient. It's about shaping the very fabric of our society, our values, and our place in the world. But these are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. We need to have these conversations, to think deeply and critically about the path we're on. Because once we set things in motion, it might be hard to turn back. Because the choices we make today about AI will determine the kind of future we're creating. No pressure, right? But hey, if we get it right, maybe we'll look back and laugh at how worried we were. Or maybe we'll be too busy living in our utopian future to even remember. Either way, it's a journey worth taking. Okay, let's talk about surveillance. Governments spying on their citizens? That's not new. From the Stasi in East Germany to the FBI's COINTELPRO program, history is full of examples of governments using surveillance to silence dissent and control their people. Remember that whole nothing to hide, nothing to fear argument? Yeah, that's BS. Privacy is a fundamental human right, and it's essential for a free and open society. When governments have too much power, they abuse it. It's like that friend who always borrows money and never pays you back. Sooner or later, you gotta cut them off. And with the rise of technology, governments have more tools than ever to spy on us, which brings us to Section 4. AI Surveillance. Big Brother on Steroids. Remember how we talked about AI being a tool? Well, in the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon. And when it comes to surveillance, AI is like giving Big Brother a pair of X-ray vision glasses and a super-powered listening device. Imagine a world where every move you make is tracked, analyzed, and stored. Facial recognition, predictive policing, social media monitoring. These are just some of the ways AI is being used to track our every move. It's not just about knowing where you are. It's about predicting where you'll be, what you'll do, and even what you'll think. Facial recognition technology can identify you in a crowd within seconds. Predictive policing algorithms can determine if you're likely to commit a crime before you've even thought about it. Social media monitoring can analyze your posts, likes, and shares to build a profile of your beliefs, habits, and even your deepest fears. And it's not just governments doing it. Big tech companies are collecting our data and selling it to the highest bidder. Every time you use your phone, browse the internet, or even walk down the street, you're being watched. Your data is being harvested, analyzed, and sold. Think about it. Every time you use your phone, browse the internet, or even walk down the street, you're being watched. And that data is being used to create a digital profile of you, your habits, your beliefs, your deepest fears. This isn't some dystopian sci-fi movie, folks. This is the world we're living in right now. And it's not just about privacy. It's about control. The more data they have, the more they can control you. They can influence your decisions, manipulate your behavior, and even predict your future actions. Imagine a world where your every move is tracked, your every word is analyzed, and your every thought is predicted. This is the reality of AI surveillance. It's not just about knowing where you are. It's about knowing who you are, what you think, and what you'll do next. And it's not just about privacy, it's about freedom. The more they know about you, the more they can control you. They can influence your decisions, manipulate your behavior, and even predict your future actions. This is the power of AI surveillance. And it's not just about privacy, it's about freedom. The more they know about you, the more they can control you. They can influence your decisions, manipulate your behavior, and even predict your future actions. This is the power of AI surveillance. This isn't some dystopian sci-fi movie, folks. This is the world we're living in right now. And it's time to start fighting back. We need to demand transparency, accountability, and regulation. We need to protect our privacy and our freedom. This is the world we're living in right now, and it's time to start fighting back. We need to demand transparency, accountability, and regulation. We need to protect our privacy and our freedom. And it's time to start fighting back. We need to demand transparency, accountability, and regulation. We need to protect our privacy and our freedom. The future of our society depends on it. Section 5. India's Data Dilemma, a democracy at a crossroads. Let's zoom in on India, shall we? The world's largest democracy is also becoming one of the most surveilled. The current government has been cracking down on dissent, using laws like the UAPA to silence critics and journalists. And guess what? They're using AI to do it. Facial recognition systems are being deployed across the country, often without any transparency or accountability. Then there's Aadhaar, India's biometric ID system. It was supposed to be about financial inclusion, but it's become a tool for mass surveillance. The government has access to a massive database of our fingerprints, iris scans, and personal information. Look, I get it. India faces real security threats. But trading our freedom for security, that's a dangerous game, and it's one we're bound to lose.